Hi everyone, Steammaster here with a review of the Greycat MTC. The MTC stands for Mobile Tactical Center and is a mid-sized ground vehicle designed to deploy security teams to the locations they need to go to. The vehicle is designed to carry 1 to 2 people into combat or other dangerous locations. The MTC is similar in size to an RSI Ursa rover, just a little smaller at 6 meters wide, 6 meters long, and 5 meters high. It's shorter than the Ursa, but a little taller and a tiny bit wider than it. The MTC has a single door on the left side that opens with a few steps that pop out. Immediately inside the vehicle, you have the cockpit to the left with 1 seat for the driver. The driver has excellent visibility to the left and right, and decent views above. The driver's seat is also easier to access than the Ursa, where you have to squish your way into the cockpit. There is no extra doors in the way either. Behind the cockpit is the main crew area. There is a gunner or passenger seat here. When you sit down, there is a button on your right side to open a console above your head. The console allows the gunner to access the remote turret or the engineering MFD. Just make sure to power it on before using it. There are some component access points here inside this section to repair or exchange components. There are also 2 suit lockers in this section, as well as some gun lockers for small, medium, and even large guns, like the rocket launcher or railgun. So that's 4 small guns, 4 medium guns, and 2 large guns. The suit lockers will be important because in the future you won't be able to wear armor while seated, unless you're in a proper jump seat. So this allows the players to control the vehicle and then put on their armor before exiting the vehicle. Outside the vehicle, in the rear, is a cargo area for up to 4 1/8 SCU boxes. Just press the button on the rear to extract the cargo racks. You load your boxes on the racks and then press the button to store them. The boxes will then get loaded into the vehicle safely so they don't get damaged or fall off. On the external right side of the vehicle is an access point for gear stowage of up to 750k micro SCU. The weird thing is you have to go outside to access it. So what happens if you want to store food or other small important things? Well, you have to stop the vehicle to access it. Not a great design in my opinion, but more useful for crew outside the vehicle. On the left side of the MTC, next to the door, is a fuel tank nozzle for when you have to refuel the ground vehicles in the future by hand. The MTC has 4 large wheels for off-road use. It can drive at up to 35 meters a second. That's just a little faster than the Ursa, which is 29 meters a second, and similar to vehicles like the Tumbril Cyclone, which is not bad for a vehicle with a nearly same mass as the Ursa. The acceleration is slower than a Cyclone, but on flat ground or with enough time it can get up to good speed. It has similar maneuverability as the Ursa, but being a little shorter means it can drive around rocks on the ground easier. The MTC comes with a single size 0 civilian-grade C-shield, capable of blocking small arms fire and limited defense against ship weapons, which is about average for vehicles like the Ursa or Cyclone. It is fully enclosed, so it has protection for the crew against outside elements. The hull is quite tough though, and has over twice the toughness as the Cyclone, but not quite as strong as the Ursa. The MTC does have a turret on top with dual size 2 laser repeaters. You can change out the guns for other size 2 guns. The dual size 2 guns are larger than the size 1 guns on the Ursa, so it's great at attacking targets. The weapon capacitors are not huge though, so if you find yourself having to recharge the guns a lot, possibly consider ballistic guns instead or get a higher quality power plant. The turret can also be retracted to help with loading in ships or garages. The turret can be controlled by the driver when the gunner is not using it. The gun will follow the driver's line of sight in those cases, so it'll turn to the left or right, but not behind the vehicle unless the proper gunner is using it. The gunner, on the other hand, gets a full 360-degree view from the turret of the area around the vehicle in remote view. Plus, the gun can aim upwards quite well to hit targets above you, like spacecraft. The MTC is about the same size as the Ursa, so it'll only fit inside vehicles that can carry the Ursa. It fits in larger ships like the Drake Corsair, Mercury Starrunner, Mist Star Lancer series, the Constellation series, the Anvil Carrack, the Polaris, the Origin 600i Exploration, the Crusader Hercules series, and other ships of that size. It surprisingly even fits in the Freelancer Max. Just remember to retract the guns when loading in ships like the Phoenix or Freelancer Max, since they have a low ceiling. Sadly, the MTC won't fit in the slightly smaller cargo ships like the Drake Cutlass, the Nomad, the Zeus series, the Spirit C1, Origin 400i, or other Freelancer ships. The MTC runs for $50 in store credit or $45 in Warbond. It is not currently available for sale in-game yet, but it should be available in patch 4.2. The MTC is drivable in-game right now though. The base paint for the MTC is a beige digital camo, but you can buy others. There's the light gray Boreal paint, black and red Baracus paint, similar to the 18 van, the digital gray and green camo brushwood paint, and for concierge members you can buy the exclusive metallic blue moonstone paint, which looks pretty cool. So how does the MTC compare to other ground vehicles? Well, it's about the size of the Ursa, limiting it to be carried by larger ships only. It can do more damage than the Ursa can with the size 2 guns, but with less passenger space or cargo space than the Ursa. The suit lockers are useful as other ground vehicles don't have them, and this allows the crew to drive the vehicle and then get out and fight. In functionality, it's similar to an armored Greycat STV with the same crew and cargo, but with guns and shields. It will keep you safe from harsh environments and infantry weapons. The size 0 shield is a grade C civilian shield, so you may want to consider buying a grade B or A shield for more dangerous locations. In a one-on-one between the MTC and the Ursa, I think the MTC would win with the larger guns and same size shields. The MTC won't hold up against tanks though, so try not to get into combat with heavy vehicles unless you can outrun them or hide from them. Novas and storm tanks would definitely make your life difficult, as well as any ships that are expecting you. The MTC is perfect for 1 or 2 players for things like underground bunker missions, handheld cargo missions, or exploration. It's also small enough compared to the Ursa that you can fit 2 MTCs in many ships that could only hold 1 Ursa. So player groups can take advantage of the smaller size to swarm targets with lots of MTCs. For example, the Starlancer Max or TAC would work well with a couple of MTCs in it. I have to say I've been enjoying driving the MTC around. It's armored enough without being a tank, and drives well off-road. It looks good and has a decent firepower. It would be a great vehicle for any player with a large enough capacity to carry it that doesn't want to hold larger cargo boxes or tons of other players with them. Alright, so that's it for the Greycat MTC review. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. You can use my referral code if you decide to jump into Star Citizen, and you get 5,000 extra in-game credits. And you save more if you get one of the starter packs on sale this month. Here's a big thank you to my current patrons. Please check out my Patreon membership to help me make more videos. All patrons and members will have their names listed at the end of my videos and get access to my Discord channel. So feel free to sign up and let me know what you'd like to see next. Okay, catch you all next time.